What's up, guys? Adam Green here with No More News. Thank you all for joining me today, Tuesday, February 10th, 2026. We've got some crazy clips to go through from the Religious Liberty Commission. They had some serious Jesus anti-Semitism drama. And then we're going to have to get into this stupid disinfo conspiracy, the latest conspiracy du jour. More disinfo, kosher opposition from the Epstein files about Jerky-Gate. Some more debunking of this stupid beef jerky is really eating babies conspiracy that all the usual suspects are making go viral on Twitter. Gonna be a big show. Only made possible thanks to you guys and your support. Powerchat.live/no more news to have your comment read on the stream. Support the channel. Make No More News possible. Also, I added the link to the new best-selling book on Amazon, The Jesus Deception, in the description below. Pick that up as well. All right, so here's the new Candace follower. She's been a Catholic for a year, but she's putting the foot down at this anti-Semitism, religious liberty holds commission hearing on anti-Semitism and freedom of religion. And what do you know? It's a Christian kvetching about Jews killing God. Once again, the controlled opposition talking point that I'm always harping on. So I haven't watched it yet. Everybody told me, oh my gosh, wait till Adam sees this. So should be good. I can already imagine how it's going to go.
So one of the first things you said, the Jews didn't kill Jesus, he's alive. Agree with that, yes, he lives. There were Jewish leaders who were calling for Jesus' crucifixion. There were also Jewish followers of Jesus. His disciples were...
This is, what's his name again? It'll come to me. He's the guy at Babylon B. Seth Dillon. Babylon B. Seth Dillon.
Jewish. The authors of the New Testament, with the exception maybe of Luke, Acts, were Jewish. So there's two sides of that. And what does it have to do with Jews today? What guilt do they share in that?
Dude, why is this central to our discourse? Fighting over the Messiah and who killed Messiah and who fulfilled Jewish prophecies is so Jewish. Why is this the center of our discourse? Oh, I told myself I'm going to stay calm today.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Why every day you Jews kill a God? Well, yeah, he's still alive in heaven. And yeah, it had to happen because of the prophecies. And yeah, actually, we all killed him with our sins.
Zorndarium sent $5/LFG. Time for my green pill dose.
Dude. Man, I lasted like 2 minutes before I blew a gasket. All right, I'm keeping it cool today. Cortisol. We're keeping the cortisol low. We're going Clav style.
The Second Vatican Council that the council fathers make that exact point that Pastor Graham and Seth just made. So I just want to read a portion of that. It says, this is from Nostra Aetate. True, the Jewish authorities and those who followed their lead pressed for the death of Christ. Still, what happened in his passion cannot be charged against all the Jews without distinction then alive, nor against the Jews of today. Although the church is the new people of God, the Jews should not be presented as rejected or accursed by God, as if this followed from the Holy Scriptures. Besides, as the church has always held and holds now, Christ underwent his passion and death freely because of the sins of men and out of infinite love, in order that all may reach salvation.
We're not a serious people.
And then after Pope Benedict, retired, it's unusual for a pope to retire, but he wrote an academic article that was published in Nova et Vetera on some of these questions. And I just want to read one section of that. He says, from this overview, one can say that the new view of Judaism that developed after the council can be summarized in two statements. One, the theory of substitution, which has hitherto determined theological reflection on this question, should be rejected. This view holds that after the rejection of Jesus Christ, Israel ceased to be the bearer of the promises of God, so that it could now be called the people who were once your chosen people. Two, instead, it is more correct to speak of the never revoked covenant, a theme that
Never revoked covenant. We got the clip of Nick Fuentes just saying this the other day. He says their covenant is still valid in some sense.
It was developed after the council and connected.
The once chosen, we don't think they're chosen anymore. We're the true Israel now. Affirming and legitimizing Israel and Zion and covenants and granting that they were once chosen is giving into granting all of their delusion. It's making them God's children, first chosen people. Yeah, can we discuss Power Rangers next? That's what it's like.
With Romans 9 through 11. Both of these theses, that Israel is not replaced by the church and that the covenant was never revoked, are basically correct, but in many ways imprecise and need to be given further critical consideration. And then the rest of his essay gives that greater precision and theological consideration. So I more or less open question. Help us better understand what is the Catholic teaching vis-a-vis the Jewish people. I know that's a big question, and you probably only have 30 seconds.
Paula White.
I kind of wanted to help clarify things, and I thought you could do it.
Thanks for that confidence. As you said, first of all, I don't speak for all Catholics. We have two bishops on this commission who have a greater teaching authority than I do. But I would say, to the first point that's brought up about the responsibility for the death of Jesus. Reverend Graham is absolutely right. He's not dead, he's alive. He is risen, and that's what we believe. But I also think that really the church's understanding is, as you've really quoted it from the Declaration on the Relation of the Church to Non-Christian Religions, who is responsible for the death of Jesus? We would say all of us. People who are sinners
not me.
Every time and place.
Not me.
Jesus' death on the cross is not a crime that we seek to prosecute, to assign guilt to this person or that who put
the concept of scapegoating, it's not appealing to me to say like, oh, I'm bad, I did something bad, but then somebody else has to be tortured for it, and then I'm forgiven. Like, that's not accountability. That seems like against natural law that somebody else gets tortured. And then it's this persuasion. Reciprocation is fundamental to persuasion. So you want to reciprocate. Jesus loves you. He died for you because you're so bad. So it's like you're indebted. You owe them. It's like a weird guilt tripping type of thing.
Nails in his hands or his feet. We don't attribute his death either to the Jewish people or to Pontius Pilate. We see Jesus' death as a sacrificial death, a death that he
delivered himself up. God sacrificed himself, his son, to himself to fulfill his Yom Kippur scapegoat blood magic ritual laws. And we're supposed to, how are we pretending this is all real? This backwards, archaic, child sacrifice, blood drinking religion
made an atonement as an offering for the forgiveness of the sins of every person of every time and place. And that's how Catholics understand who is responsible for the death of Jesus on the cross. It's all of us. And I think, and
this is what I've gone out actually on the streets and interviewed normies and asked them this very question, and they all say, oh, it's like a good thing he died. No, we're not mad. He had to die. It's God's plan. Prophecy, it was the prophecy needed to unfold. Thank you, Loki. Tuesday Shekels.
Redneck Mullet sent $5 on Rumble. Tuesday Shekels.
Yeah, Miami Makeout. Yahweh, for this next trick, I'm going to kill myself. To fix that I made Adam and Eve susceptible to the snake in the first place. All makes sense. Real serious stuff here. It's a clown show. We're a clown show.
You're absolutely right that Pope Benedict really has followed on in his own writings, not only as a pope, but as a theologian, to assist Catholic Christians, all Christians, to understand our relationship as Christians to the Jewish people. Personally, I really like the expression when we speak of our common spiritual patrimony. We come from the same Father in faith, and that actually is a title that
Father
Catholics
Abraham
use in our own Eucharistic prayer.
Had many
we speak
sons.
of Abraham, our father in faith, and so we
we want to be adopted into your Jewish patriarch. Hey, our Nordic German, Northwest European ancestors. No, those aren't our fathers. No, we want to be fellow heirs adopted into the Jews. We want to get grafted into those Jewish blessings with Abraham. Come on, dude. It's so cucked. We're actually the adopted, grafted in wild branches.
Really are one in a spiritual family, Christians and Jews.
We're all a spiritual family, just Jacob and Esau and Ishmael, all the Abrahamics, all the Noahides. Grafted maxing, graft maxing.
People, and that's how we see ourselves. I believe as Catholics.
This is real Catholicism.
Seeing us sharing a great spiritual patrimony, and if there's one thing I think that's a really sign of hope or encouragement for me as a pastor on the very grass.
Wow, dude, Catholics are based. They're nothing like these cucked Christian Zionists, man. Trad cats, ortho bros, super base. Giga Chad, Christ cuck, E-Crusader, based.
Roots level. It's what we see in Catholicism today.
Nothing they fear more
than ever before in learning the scriptures, understanding the Bible. I see it especially among college students in our church today. There's a tremendously flourishing ministry called Focus, the Fellowship of Catholic University Students. Catholic students on university campuses really led primarily in the study of the Bible by young adults who are just out of college themselves. And if you are seeking to know God through understanding scriptures of the Old Testament,
this is how we win.
I think you will come to the conclusion that Pope Francis speaks very clearly, as I mentioned before, that you cannot be a Christian and be anti-Semitic, because we do have the same Father in faith. Our understanding of who Jesus is formed by the
Can't be anti-Semitic.
The Torah, the prophets, the wisdom literature, the Psalms especially. So I see that in a very positive way as
my Psalms that say how the Messiah is going to conquer the nations and rule in the land of thine enemies and rule us with the iron scepter.
Source of hope and encouragement as Catholics take seriously our responsibility to know God through knowing his word. The more we know the word of God, the more we'll know our common patrimony in a spiritual way as members of the same family, Christians and Jews together, created and saved by the same God.
Wow. Dude, Catholic, common Catholic L.
Quotable comments from this the morning so far. We have one more panel after this. Not only anti-Semitism.
That's what real Catholicism sounds like, so by the way.
Will change in direction. But you said something, and Kelly said it. That may be the
this is what 99.99% of Christians believe. And meanwhile, these LARPing delusional E-Crusaders are running cover for it.
$5. The endless hand-holding of Christians by rabbis is getting just a bit obvious.
Yeah, I know. How can you watch this every day? There's new clips like this and still not realize the Christian problem.
Hey, when you said we're all responsible, and just for me personally, I used to thank God for dying on the cross for me.
Dude, Christians, how are you going to get mad when Jesus is the most important thing? His death on the cross, the obsession, fetishizing of the cross, wearing the necklaces of the cross. You'd be in hell if he didn't die on the cross, if the Jews didn't kill him. Thanks, Jews. You wouldn't have your salvation if they didn't transgress, exactly like Saul the Pharisee said. Oops. All right.
Can I make a quick comment?
The cope. It's not Judeo. Did you not hear the dude, Melissa Wong? All the first Christians were Jews. He's the Jewish Messiah. It's all Judeo. Stop trying to differentiate. You're never getting rid of the Judeo. It's inseparable. Judeo-Christian just means like Judeo-Moshiachism, which is what it is. All right, let's see.
You can't say Christ is.
Here's the Seth Dillon.
I would really appreciate it if you would stop calling Candace Owens an anti-Semite.
She's not an anti-Semite. She just doesn't support Zionism, and that really has to stop.
Okay.
She calls them the devil's children and that they killed God and they secretly worship Satan. And it's not even Jews. It's Frankists, pagan, Khazarians. Like, she's literally spouting every single kosher Christian disinfo trope of the last, since medieval peasant times.
$10 on Rumble. Every day I see more and more people coming to our side of this issue thanks to all these cucked Christians.
That is true. Yeah. Yeah. Losing Christians every day with this shit. Yeah, she's a Candace kook. She's a Candace wine mom that just became a Catholic like last year, and she's about to get up there and tell what a E-Crusader Catholic has to say. Yeah, Khazarian Nazis. Right. I thought I had a clip of her. There it is. Here's the Candace one. Me all day waiting for my girl Candace to get back from her meeting with TPUSA. One of these cringe TikToker Candace stands. Candace says, I love you. All right. Stop calling Candace anti-Semitic, she says. All right. Where is it? This is it.
Charlie Kirk said that Jew hate is brain rot. Some people don't have.
Many Americans view as genocide in Gaza. Thank you, Mr.
Hold on, that's not the one. Where's going on here? There's.
Yeah. An anti-Semite. She just doesn't support Zionism, and that really has to stop.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why you keep bringing her up and Tucker.
Well, because they're the two most famous anti-Semites.
There you
right
go
now.
again.
Yeah.
Everyone's an anti-Semite. Everyone's an anti-Semite, I guess. So if you don't support Zionism, you just said you're not an anti-Semite, yet Candace is an anti-Semite.
I think she goes far beyond not merely supporting Zionism. She calls
Yeah.
Jews
Talk about a bad faith argument. Oh, because she doesn't support Israel, then that means that. It's like, she does a little more than just not support Israel. I'm not live on X.
Satan. She
Really?
denigrates anyone who. She often uses the word Zionist and the word Jew interchangeably. At one point, she slipped up and used the word Jew, and someone said, "Oh, you're not saying Zionist anymore." She's like, "No, gloves are off."
So do you think saying Christ is king is anti-Semitic?
No, Christ is king.
Amen.
All right. Oh my God, what a great argument. Oh my God, funny. It's like crickets. She goes, do you think Christ is king is anti-Semitic? And he goes, no, Christ is king. That took the air out of the room. Am I not telling you how stupid these arguments are? They bring in this, what would you call this lady? This MAGA mom. This Candace Kool-Aid QAnon drinker. Yeah, king of the who? King of the Jews, exactly. Say the entire line. Christ is king of the Jews. Jewish Messiah. The Lion of the tribe of Judah. Dude, it's so funny. Just taking the L's. Do I not always say this? These you killed Jesus Christians play the villain and are made to look stupid, and the opposition is kosher. Is this not clear?
Again, everyone's an anti-Semite. Everyone's an anti-Semite.
So she's 0 for 2.
So if you don't support Zion...
Dude, these E-Crusader talking points just fall flat. They're too easily disprovable. They're too much cope. They're too baseless. And this is why they're perpetual losers, and they're always going to lose. They're always just going to do nothing but control the opposition and enable what's going on.
You just said you're not an anti-Semite, yet Candace is an anti-Semite.
MAGA Karens.
Far beyond not merely supporting Zionism. She calls Jews the synagogue of Satan. She denigrates anyone who. She often uses the word Zionist and the word Jew interchangeably. At one point, she slipped up and used the word Jew, and someone said, "Oh, you're not saying Zionist anymore?" She's like, "No, gloves are off."
So do you think saying Christ is king is anti-Semitic?
No, Christ is king.
Amen.
Christ is my king. He's the king of the universe.
So that's what started the whole thing with her, right?
But, my thing with her. Christ, what I explained to her, and this is what she considered this deep betrayal.
Dude, how stupid are they? What's wrong with their brains? How is it not obvious to everybody? All these people, Jeremy Boring did the same thing too. Ben Shapiro goes, I don't care if you say Christ is king. I think it's a great thing if you think Christ is king. Roseanne says the same thing. Yeah, well, he's Jewish. I don't care if you believe in Jesus. He's the Jewish Messiah. They all say this. How can you play so dumb and act like these trolls online aren't saying Christ is king, like as in like a taunting way? There's a difference in just believing Christ is king and taunting people online with it. To act like you can't understand that nuance is just dumb as shit. You're cooked.
He's the king of the universe.
So that's what started the whole thing with her, right?
But my thing with her. Christ. What I explained to her, and this is what she considered this deep betrayal, was simply that the phrase Christ is king has been, admittedly by many, co-opted for the purpose.
Yeah, Jack Stone says these idiots are going to get us all killed and they think it's a fucking joke. I know, it's fucking serious now. We are cooked. These people are enabling all of it with their kooky Christian disinfo and controlled ops. It is deadly. It's deathly serious, Jack Stone. I'm trying to keep the cortisol low, though, today.
Of identifying with a Groyper movement.
You go to the gym.
And putting the Jews in their proper place to show them that they are other than. And they will use the phrase in very, very nasty context, like I cited.
Handsome Truth sent $5. Common sense has been replaced with Christianity. Thoughts on Tom McDonald's new Pray for the Left music video?
I can't watch Tom McDonald. Since the Ben Shapiro and the Roseanne videos, I'll never listen to another word that idiot MAGA Jesus grifter ever says. Degenerate fucking Jesus shill. But I saw a lot of comments like, no, we don't need to pray for our enemies. We've done enough praying for our enemies. So that's all I know about it. Just think, man, you could have just took the Christ is King pill and that could have been you. You could have been the white rapper MAGA grifter.
Statement earlier, Christ is King, you dirty Jew. I've had that told to me dozens of times. Do you think that that's anti-Semitic?
Of course.
Okay, so the phrase...
no, not the Christ is King part, but the you dirty Jew.
Right. So
I say Christ is King all the time. I'm not an anti-Semite.
Right, and I don't think that makes you an anti-Semite.
Thank you.
I'm talking about...
Oh my God, how simple-minded is she?
How the phrase can be abused.
It's like the same thing like with Jews and Goyim also. Goyim just means nation, but they use it in a derogatory way and like what it says about the nations and their attitude towards the nations that is derived from the Zohar, Talmud, and Torah. Shubi de Christ cuck. Yeah, dude, there needs to be a Shubi de Christ cuck song. That's funny, Jack Stone, yeah.
So there's plenty of ways to use that phrase in a certain context or paired with other sentiments that make it clear that that person doesn't actually believe Christ is king. You can't say Christ is king, you dirty Jew, and call yourself a Christian. Christians worship a Jew.
Oh, womp womp.
So, but no, the phrase itself, and this is what I actually said.
Dude, see, she's just taking the L. She's like the punching bag. She's like the heel. She's like this controlled Judeo fight. And she goes in there to be the fall girl, the fall man.
Comments. The phrase is not anti-Semitic. I declare it with humility and reverence myself. It's the abuse of the phrase. Just like when someone takes the Lord's name in vain, you should find that.
Dude, this is so common sense. And they've been responding to this and debunking this forever.
Valhalla or Bust sent $10 on Rumble. Shalom and happy tires.
Shalom, Valhalla.
Couldn't wait for my signed copy of your book, so I bought a Kindle copy too.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, guys. It's gonna be like another, maybe a little over a week before I even get my big shipment. Okay, they take a long time to print. I uploaded it to Amazon, and I ordered my copy from Amazon at the same time that I uploaded it. So my bulk order is takes longer than if you guys order it straight from them, unfortunately. But as fast as I can. It's killing me that I've got you. All the people that bought on the website aren't getting it first. But you wanted the signed copy, and I make a few more dollars from the site, so it's a trade-off. You'll live. You've waited this long. You could wait another week. We can all wait another week.
Actionable as a Christian, I hope that you do. someone saying something like that in that context to a Jewish person for the purpose of treating them as other than or excluded or, to disparage them in some way, that is using the Lord's name in an abusive manner. It's exploiting it for political reasons or just for the sake of promoting hatred.
So they ignore all these contexts, these nuance and context, and get up here and make these stupid arguments, and then he shuts them down and makes you look like a fool. End of story. Christ cucks lose every single time.
I find that repulsive.
So anti-Semitism to you is mostly speech, correct?
I didn't say that, no.
Could be attitude.
For someone to say Christ is king on their social media platform.
Oh, my God.
Label that an anti-Semitic if you're looking into the context of what they're saying it, or if they just say it, Christ is king, like
it could.
Oh my God!
Get the context,
But I would say that's anti-Christian if you're analyzing why I'm saying Christ is king.
No, saying
oh my God
is not taking the Lord's name in vain unless you're doing it in a certain context, right? There's context matters.
Yeah, so going back to Candace Owens, when she worked for Daily Wire, your friend Ben fired her because she said Christ is king.
And I never said that what she said was anti-Semitic.
Okay, but you're calling her an anti-Semite.
Oh, yes, because she said way worse than that.
Okay, let's move on, because everyone seems to be obsessed with Candace. My last question, why were you at the Hamptons?
Can you just...
Oh, my God. Oh, my... Did you go plan Charlie's death at the Hamptons meetup? What were you at the Hamptons for? Dude, we know why. Charlie organized an event to oppose anti-Semitism with influencers. Oh, my God. Dude, come on. How many L's are you guys going to take before you wake up? She's the heel, the fall girl, the controlled op, the villain.
Do you think that anything Candace has said is anti-Semitic?
No, I don't.
Nothing, ever. That's interesting.
I mean, I listen to her daily.
You should look up.
I listen to her daily.
That I would say.
No, it's actually not even Jews. Candace is exposed. It's the Sabbatean, Frankist, Khazarian, reptilian, occult, Babylonian Baal worshippers. It's the gypsies. It's the pagan gypsies, not even Jews, actually. Whoa, Jester Maxing. Dude, mogged. Dude, how are you guys making Seth Dillon mog? Come on. With these beauty queen... This girl's been a Christian for less than a year.
Anti-Semitic.
Okay.
Okay. They're like, okay. 07 to all the jerky lovers, says Zionist Cuck. I fucking love beef jerky. And pizza. And grape soda. All great things. Okay. Marjorie Taylor Greene says, I'm with her. There's more. Don't wait. There's more. Total clown show.
Describe very painful experiences. Thank you. Mr. Frankel, this is for you. You described very painful experiences at UCLA, and I take that very serious. At the same time, many of the students who I've spoken to personally who created those encampments say that they were protesting the killing of tens of thousands of Palestinian civilians in Gaza and their university's financial ties to that war.
Washed in the grape drink.
In a country built on religious liberty and the First Amendment, do you believe someone can stand firmly against anti-Semitism, including what you experienced, and at the same time condemn the mass killing of Palestinians?
Dude, all this jerky talk, I want to order like a huge bag online of like the best jerky I can find in bulk, because it's expensive. Jerky's expensive stuff. You get some high quality Wagyu, grass-fed, no preservatives, freshly made. So good. Dude, I'm going to go on the Epstein diet, actually, and just eat beef jerky all day, just like a fucking carnivore. I'll probably get so swole, go to the gym every day and just eat jerky. There's nothing more Chad than just working out, going to the gym, getting massages, and eating a bunch of jerky, dude. Fucking based.
Gaza, or reject political Zionism, or not support the political state of Israel? Or do you believe that speaking out about what many Americans
Patriot-owned jerky. Yeah, I'm starting a jerky company, actually, guys. Will you guys all buy jerky? I'm gonna fucking sell. I'm gonna become rich selling Epstein's
Zorn Dare eat
classic jerky. Epstein's homemade jerky.
Sounds gay.
Dude, Nick's gonna steal my idea. Watch and sell Epstein beef jerky. Yeah, dude. I'll make Snap into a Slim Jim commercials. I'll be like Epstein Island jerky. Made from the meat of infants. Snap into an Epstein. Ginger, lemongrass. Oh, I like the spicy ones. I like jalapeno. Oh, dude. Copyright Epstein's jerky. Epstein. We need to Epstein's cannibal jerky. Epstein's virgin dried jerky.
Should be treated as anti-Semitic. Because in my view, the United States cannot and must not make loyalty to a particular theology about Israel a litmus test for protected speech or moral legitimacy.
Charlie Kirk.
Island jerky.
Hate is brain rot. Some people don't have brains. I'm not going to assist them in setting a double standard for the Israeli government and the Jewish people as they fight to defend themselves.
Baby meat jerky. Yeah.
These were students calling for intifada within days after October 7th, before Israel had even entered Gaza. So it's not about them and their using Palestinian civilian death, which is horrendous and horrible. They're using it as a prop, and it doesn't matter. My religious beliefs are violated. You don't get to block me because I'm Zionist and a Jew. You want to protest Israel? Great, 100% go ahead and do it. But the university let them wear masks, even though there's a mask ban. They violated all time, place, and manner restrictions, amplified sounds. It went on for years. They kept doing this time after time.
Get your Epstein's kosher baby jerky.
That's not okay. They can protest, they can't block Jews, and you can't assist them in doing it.
I'm really grateful that we're having this discussion because I think this is a topic that is really
Jeffrey's Jerkin Jerky.
so many Americans. Rabbi Shapiro, he's based in New York. I invited him here today, but he's not here today. He says, and I would love your opinion on this, American Jews are increasingly treated as less fully American, our loyalty questioned, our belonging made conditional, because Zionist ideology falsely claims Israel is the nation state of Jews everywhere, and that every Jew is nationally tied to it. He says, this framing is anti-Semitic at its core. It strips us of our identity as Americans, recasts us as foreigners in our own country, and arms anti-Semites.
No more jerky.
Divided loyalties and collective guilt for actions we neither chose nor control. No other foreign country does this. No sovereign state claims to politically represent an entire worldwide group defined by religion or heritage and bind its members to its deeds. Yet Jews alone bear this unique, unjust burden. That dangerous lie must be rejected openly and firmly. The remedy is clear: civic education that teaches unconditional American belonging through citizenship alone, not ethnicity, heritage, or any fabricated
Oh my gosh.
tie. We are
TLDR.
full stop, and we reject any doctrine that treats us otherwise. Would you say that statement is anti-Semitic?
What I'll say is that Netanyahu
Sorry, ma'am, I was not listening.
things that you shouldn't do with Israel. You shouldn't delegitimize it, you shouldn't demonize it, and you shouldn't apply a double standard. You can abide by those three things, you're not anti-Semitic.
So by not being a Zionist, does that make you an anti-Semite?
I don't
Yes.
think you need to be a Zionist to support a country that defends itself and is free and religious in a hostile neighborhood.
So is anti-Zionism
Hold on
anti-Semitism?
one second, Carrie.
Yes.
It is. It is.
Yes.
To take that point for a second.
Let me back up. I didn't want to step over that answer. I didn't know you were still, both of you, still talking. So
Just to be clear, is anti-Zionism anti-Semitism?
Yes.
It is under IHRA?
Dude, that's been their main mantra for years. Anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. What kind of stupid question is this? What is she trying to get at? She's going to say, I'm a Catholic and I don't believe in Zionism? Greenblatt runs around saying anti-Zionism is genocide. And that Zionism is the Torah. So rejecting the Torah is genocide. I meant to clip those two statements together. I forgot. Just remembered.
Rabbi,
Sure.
you're up next.
You're not sure?
Definition,
So
but
what is the
I would
definition?
love to speak to that.
Yeah, is not believing the Jews were ever chosen anti-Semitism. Hey, bitch, is not bowing down to Jesus antichrist? Same question. Hey, is not believing in Jewish messianic prophecies make me an antichrist and satanic? Thanks for the review, BC Top Gun. You guys are awesome with the reviews. Makes me so happy.
Undoubtedly, anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism, and undoubtedly,
dude, how many rounds of applause are they gonna get dunking on this girl? You're going in there and just getting dunked on left and right and made looking retarded. L after L after L. Yes, believing Rabbi Jesus did not come in the flesh is antichrist.
and one does not have to support the specific policies of the government of Israel, but to not support the right of Israel to exist.
Noah hide jerky. Hide, like cowhide. Noah hide jerky. Boom. That's $1 million idea right there. Dude, wasn't Epstein talking about having like a kosher bacon also? They're going to genetically engineer a pig with no hooves to make it kosher? Dude, that's fucking Ashkenazi IQ shit right there.
Which is what anti-Zionists do, while not taking that same stand to the 28 Muslim countries and 13 Christian countries in this world, is a double standard, is hypocrisy, and is absolutely anti-Semitism.
Dude, great question, lady. It's like, did they just put her in there like as a setup to make the Christ Crusaders look retarded? Yo, is that the real Mark? Yeah, dude, I've been thinking about getting in touch with you too. I'm not on Skype anymore, so nomorenews.org for email, Mark. Good to see you, dude. Glad you're watching. Mark Collette in the chat. E-Celeb in the chat. OG in the chat.
While we're here today,
let's go.
I would appreciate that.
You seen all these L's in here with the talking points I said are
God forbid was anything like that said. But if the Jewish people are the only people that you deny the right to have its own state, that is absolutely a double standard, hypocrisy, and anti-Semitism.
All right, yeah, email me, Mark.
You know,
it's been a while.
I'm a Catholic, and Catholics do not embrace Zionism.
Oh, hold on, I'm missing this. This is the best part, I think. Hold on.
I just want to say, God forbid was anything like that said. But if the Jewish people are the only people that you deny the right to have its own state, that is absolutely a double standard, hypocrisy, and anti-Semitism.
Well, as you know, I'm a Catholic, and Catholics.
Dude, how many times is she gonna get clapped on? She's in there just taking the L's, taking the beating, the whipping doll. Controlled op Christian villain whipping doll.
Just so you know. So are all Catholics anti-Semites, according to you?
Hold on.
Deny the right to have its own state?
Yeah. They ended Skype. I didn't switch over to the new thing that they had. That's why. That's how I used to communicate with Mark.
Hypocrisy and anti-Semitism.
Well, as you know, I'm a Catholic, and Catholics do not embrace Zionism, just so you know. So are all Catholics anti-Semites, according to you?
As I said, anti-Zionism, by denying the right of the Jews to have their own state while not saying the same for any other peoples, that is a double standard, hypocrisy, and anti-Semitism.
So just to be clear, are Catholics anti-Semites?
Carrie, excuse me. I'm going to.
Oh, dude, they cut her mic.
Our committee is focused on religious liberty taken from all people, whether they be Muslims, Jews.
They're not letting her hate Jews and call them synagogue of Satan. That's her religious liberty?
We've had all those witnesses here. This is not a commission.
Hold on, let me show you something. By the way, Pope Wailing Wall. This is the Catholic Church. Let's cut to some live footage of the Catholic Church.
What do you have on right now?
Not embracing Zionism. Let's see it. Let's see. Oh, dude, look at this. The Pope hates Zionism. hanging out with the rabbis at the Wailing Wall and putting his prayers in to repent for the persecution of the Jews. Who is this lady that thinks she speaks for all Catholics, by the way? She's a E-Crusader meme Candace Owen Catholic who also just became Catholic like 5 minutes ago. Dude, come on. And here's the other thing too. Here's the other thing is that the Catholics I hear, they go, "Oh no, they don't support Zionism. That's not real Israel. The church is the real Israel, but the Jews returning to their land and rebuilding their temple and having a Messiah, that's the Antichrist, but it's also prophecy." So Catholics, Orthodox, they believe that it's Zionism is satanic and that it's going to usher in the Antichrist, and it has to happen for Jesus to return. So they're superficially opposed to Zionism. Yet they still, in a way, need Zionism.
On defining religions or calling out any theology, or this is not the commission for that.
Right, but we're talking about a foreign nation, so I want to be clear on what the definition of anti-Semitism is. If I don't support the political state of Israel, am I an anti-Semite? Yes or no?
They already answered, asked and answered.
According to you on the record, yes? If I don't support the political state of Israel?
I don't personally label people. But what I'm saying is, if somebody states if somebody says they're an anti-Zionist, they are saying about themselves that they have a double standard and hypocrisy, and they're taking anti-Semitic positions.
Okay. Carrie, do you feel like you have your questions in?
I don't agree with that, because as a Catholic, I don't agree that the new modern state of Israel has any biblical prophecy meaning at all. So that's my stance, and I'm Catholic.
Yeah. Dr. Ben.
Oh my God. She's so bad. Everybody online's hailing this woman as a hero and stuff. That was pathetic. And I'm a Catholic, and I actually don't believe that you have any prophecies, so does that make me an anti-Semite? Look at her, dude. She's gonna go on Tucker and blow up overnight and be a huge e-celeb. The new face of anti-Zionism, everybody. Catholics are not sending their best. Dude, the rabbis, Zionism isn't in I'd love to see her debate some rabbis or some Christian Zionist pastors about Zionism in the Bible. I would love to see how that planned out. She would get bitch slapped probably. She'd be like, "You're just going to usher in the Antichrist, and Jesus is going to crush you." That's what it would end up. That's how it would end.
Maxed Out Bear sent $10 on Rumble. The Pope must show support to avoid losing his access to foreskin snack packs.
And you know the other thing too is that hold on. I was thinking I missed that. What did that say? The Pope must show support to avoid losing his access to foreskin snack packs. Probably. Yeah. She's into hate fuck for sure, says Zionist Cook. I'm a Catholic. Yeah. Yeah, we need to get me on the commission and ask some real questions about religious freedom. But she also is missing the point. It's like, just because you don't believe that Jews they were trying to make that she wasn't getting, just because you don't believe that they have prophecies that make their state legitimate, doesn't mean that they can't say, well, like you saying they can't have a state, is she even saying that, would be considered anti-Jewish? Like if they told Europeans they can't have a state in Europe, are we going to say that's anti-European? See what I'm saying? Okay. Next one. Look at what the Jews are saying. Look what the Zionists are saying. He says he thinks it's genius to put a Jew hater on the panel about Jew hatred so everyone got to see what one looks and sounds like. Dude. Exactly like I said.
By the way, for more context, she recently converted from Christianity to Catholicism, and then she felt like she could speak for...
Jutsu sent $10.
By the way, for more
on
context,
Notice every time they bring up religious liberty, they only talk about the big three and never pagans.
Yep. Abrahamic circle jerk. Yep.
She recently converted from Christianity to Catholicism, and then she felt like she could speak for all Catholics, saying that because of her religion, she does not support Israel.
As a Catholic, I don't agree that the new modern state of Israel has any biblical prophecy meaning at all.
This is so... Oh, it doesn't have biblical prophecy meaning. Tell that to the Jews that are obsessed with returning there because of their prophecies. Whether you think it's a legit... She thinks prophecy is still real, but that's just not the right prophecy. We think prophecy is all fake and stupid and made up, but that they follow it and then manifest things in the real world. Very different. She goes, as a Catholic, I don't believe that you're the real Israel. Hey, as a non-believer, I don't think there is any real Israel. There's no supernatural chosen Israel ever.
No, so that's my stance.
They're booing.
I just want to say,
This is a religious liberty hearing.
God forbid was anything like that said. But if the Jewish people are the only people that you deny...
Okay, we watched that one already. Okay, wild. All right. Oh, remember, I wanted to play this clip too. Hold on. Marjorie Taylor Greene supporting that. They're going to get this IHRA passed through because of this Christian Jews killed Jesus thing. Watch.
Okay. Marjorie Taylor Greene is holding up the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act because she wants to be able to say the Jews killed Jesus.
The central thing, the central scapegoat, red herring, straw man, destined to lose, destined to discredit, guaranteed to go nowhere. All right, now this is crazy. Dr. Moshe Glick, look at this. Some Asuka account got 12,000 likes on a retweet of See Through It All. 3.2 thousand likes for See Through It All. He's having lots of popular clips, viral clips lately. Good job. Good job. See Through It All is the man. E-Crusaders are simping hard for her. Yeah, propped up, controlled op. There we go. Yeah, how'd she even... Good point, See Through It All. I'm just seeing all the Odysee things. How'd she even get on that panel? Who the fuck is this girl? Why is she on the panel? Where'd she come from? Why they got a Catholic on there that's been a Catholic for a year?
It signals deep. Jews have long been the canary in the coal mine. Whenever anti-Semitism rises, it's a sign that democratic values, religious tolerance, and civil liberties are in decline. I urge this commission to confront these egregious actions.
Thank you, Rozzy.
$10 on Rumble. What are the chances we can get a non-believer in office?
Well, we have to wake up the people first before that happens. It's the people voting in these Christian politicians. So that's... But do the people just follow the influencers, though? Or do the influencers follow the mob of people? That's the question. But I don't know if I get on Joe Rogan and my book explodes and everybody's talking about the Jesus question and Jesus being a myth. If Bart Ehrman, if Dr. Carrier finally somehow like decisively defeats Ehrman in the scholarly community eyes, maybe that would change it and we'll stop electing all these Bible thumpers.
Zorn Dare Edom sent $5. She's Shabbat's referral and first choice.
Shabbat's, yeah, she was Chabad's. Chabad put her on the panel. Checkmate.
Inverting justice risks normalizing anti-Semitism within law enforcement and turning the canary's silence into a dire warning for freedoms far beyond our community. History's warnings rings clear across the centuries. Societies that fail to protect their Jews, or worse, turn against them, often hasten their own decline.
Hasten the coming of Mashiach and the destruction of Edom. They're always making this threat. You persecute us. You, Edom, persecuting us in the exile, the Galut Edom, persecuting us in our fourth exile. You will be crushed. Hashem will crush you. They're going to make Aliyah to Israel, have all the headlines and the narratives about the rising anti-Semitism and other Holocaust in America. It could happen here. Satanic blood libel tropes exploding all over the place every week. Epstein and Charlie Kirk and Jews killed Jesus every day. There's your narrative.
When anti-Semitism becomes policy or norm, it signals deeper erosion of democratic values, tolerance, and liberty. Ancient Egypt enslaved the Jews, oppressed them harshly, and defied their cries for freedom, only to be broken by devastating plagues that struck at the heart of its power.
Oh my God, this is not real life. Exodus is fake. There's no 10 plagues in Exodus. I feel like I'm in the Jewish Twilight Zone where everybody's believing a fake history, where they're the chronicles of the Jewish victims throughout history. Amalek's in all caps. The Exodus story is fake. Fuck you. Dude, cortisol spiking hard, dude. I need to get a heart rate monitor. These Jewish fairy tales and Shabbos Goys are going to give me a heart attack.
The once mighty empire, pinnacle of ancient civilization.
And now Jesus, just like Joseph ruled in Egypt, Jesus rules in Rome, in the new Rome, Edom, and the rising persecution. And then, just like Egypt got the 10 plagues, America's going to get plagued and destroyed and flooded, and Sodom and Gomorrah. Hey, what's the meme we covered on the stream the other day they're all doing with the Epstein fake satanic panic stuff? They go, now we know why God in the Old Testament was so ruthless, had to kill so many evil nations. That's all predictive programming conditioning to get people to celebrate the prophetic vengeful destruction of Yahweh on the West. Dugan and all the Russia shills are egging it on. The Kabbalists are egging it on. The Christians are playing right into the Esau villain role.
Was forever diminished, never regained its former glory. Babylon razed Jerusalem, exiled its people, and soon vanished from history's stage. Mighty Rome crushed the Jewish quest for self-rule, destroyed the temple, only to fade into the history books.
And they all call us the new Rome. How does it not get any more obvious what is going on here?
Nazi Germany boasted a 1,000-year Reich rooted in hatred of the Jews, yet that hatred devoured it, collapsing in just 12 years by 1945. All four of my wife's grandparents survived the Shoah. Two endured Auschwitz, a testament that unchecked hatred devours its hosts. These are not coincidences. They form solemn, recurring patterns.
Yeah, they're threatening us.
Oppress the Jewish people, sow the seeds of their own erosion.
Dude, this is a genocidal threat. This is laying all the narrative and conditioning the public of this agenda to destroy Edom for persecuting the Jews. And all of these lying, kosher, controlled op grifters on the internet are exploding because of these big tech algorithms of all the satanic, kosher Christian tropes.
History's timeless caution: defend the vulnerable or risk joining the shadows of fallen empires. The pattern is unmistakable. Yet deeper truth rooted in our shared heritage offers real hope. In Genesis 12:3, God declares, I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you I will curse, and all people on earth will be blessed through you. This is no mere verse.
Yeah, that God said that. I believe the Jewish book.
I read about it in a book.
You're the chosen people, and we meant to gotta bless you or we get cursed. Okay. You want me to bow down to the Jewish Messiah? Okay.
It is a divine law of history. Nations that bless the Jewish people.
My gods are fallen angel demons, and you Jews are chosen and have the real God and have the covenant? Okay, I believe you.
The descendants of Abraham prosper. Those that curse them invite ruin.
Special Christian
America's
Olympics.
Extraordinary success flows from its historic embrace of Judeo-Christian values and fierce protection of religious freedoms for all who seek to worship God. We cannot allow violent protesters and radicalization to threaten that divine blessing. I did not
divine.
For protection.
Nobody shall criticize thy divine nation of priests, thy chosen people, with the divine mission of leading the Gentiles and the light to the Goyim, and the rule of our Davidic Messiah, the Moshiach. Dude, everybody, we gotta pray.
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God!
Dude, when we got these demons, when we got these Nephilim, when we got these magical blood-drinking God slayers, what can we do? A supernatural problem requires a supernatural solution. We all got to bow down to Jesus. Help me, Jesus. Trust the plan. Jesus will save us from all of this. The book says so.
I came to call for action. Divine deliverance for the Jewish people will come, as it always has over our 3,500-year history. But America faces a profound choice at this pivotal moment. Our founding fathers built this nation on the bedrock of the Hebrew Bible, drawing timeless principles of liberty, justice, and moral law from Scripture to shape the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution.
You guys would have no civilization. The Constitution is straight from the Torah. There's no Western civilization without the Jews. You Goyim would have no morals and monotheism without the Jews. You know that, right, Goy? Western civilization is only because the Jews, Goy. I'm so sick of hearing this. And guess who parrots this narrative? The Ortho Bros, the Christians. My justification grounded in the true church of Yahweh.
And the soul of American self-government. They saw in ancient Israel a divine model of equality under God, ideas that ignited the American experiment and invited Almighty God's favor. True patriots must stand united now to defend religious freedom for every American and every faith community, the sacred, God-given right to pray and worship without fear or favor. By addressing Jew hatred, anti-religious extremism, and all forces attacking those who worship God with courage and clarity, we can safeguard the values that define our republic and secure a stronger, more unified future for all of America. I offer my assistance to this commission and the White House, recommendations, implementation, whatever is needed. This is the hill I am willing to die on. God bless President Trump. God bless this great nation. Am Yisrael Chai. Thank you.
Wow, dude. How many more times are they going to threaten us about the destruction of Edom? Gringoy insulter.
I put my money where my mouth is. Bought the book day one and super chatted Jimmy.
Thank you.
The book is fire. We need a coordinated media push like Alex said yesterday. Adam is the spear. Everyone, we need to step up and raid Jimmy's streams.
Does that work or does that just irritate? If some internet guy sends a bunch of trolls to spam for me to have them on, it makes me want to block everybody. I don't know if that's the right approach. If you do anything, keep it not annoying. Super chats are great, but like, don't be annoying, don't attack, and don't like swarm. That's bad etiquette. All right, but yeah, you are right though. Okay, here's Howard Lutnick admitting he went to Epstein Island. Let's see. So he got busted lying. He claimed he met him once at his when they were neighbors in Manhattan.
Lutnick
Yeah, don't spam. Exactly. Don't spam. Do encourage and tell them, expose them to Jesus deception, but don't spam and irritate.
I think, Butnick, I think you understand the root of concern.
Politely, obviously, right. I was just clarifying so everybody knew. I know. Thank you.
Butnick, I think you understand the root of concern here. It's the way you...
Dude, he should be out. He lied. He lied about how close he was with Epstein. There's emails, the emails he has with Epstein. He lied and said he only met him once at the apartment when he came over for coffee, and he said he was creepy and he left and he never talked to him again. He lied. He should be fired. He should be out immediately. And Bannon should be forever discredited.
Describe
a little spam.
Very emphatically your first encounter with him in his apartment, said you were disgusted, would never have any contact with him again. Did you, in fact, make the visit to Jeffrey Epstein's private island?
I did have lunch with him as I was on a boat going across on a family vacation.
What a liar. Uh-oh. Dude, if he's not out, he won't be out either, watch. Trump won't even fire him for this shit.
My wife was with me, as were my 4 children and nannies. I had another couple they were there as well with their
womp womp.
And we had lunch on the island. That is true, for an hour, and we left with all of my children.
I believe him. The emails say he was there with his children. Remember, we were arguing the other day. They're like, he offered up his children to Epstein so he could be a millionaire. You guys were spurging out way hard. You guys were truth debating way too far. But dude, that doesn't matter. We don't care that you were there with your family. We saw the emails. We saw what it said. The point is you lied. You lied about that. We can't trust you anymore. A liar that's lying about having going to the island with Epstein, family or not, can't be in charge of our economy. Trump won't do anything either. All the rest of the internet is too busy spurging about ball worship and eating babies and all of the kooky nonsense. He'll get away with this. Bannon will get away with it. He'll get away with it. They're all going to get away with everything because of these spurgy schizo internet autists and our Zog-controlled, establishment also, obviously.
With my nannies and my wife all together, we were on family vacation. We were not apart. To suggest there was anything untoward about that in 2012.
That's not the point.
I don't recall why we did it, but
Mr. Secretary, again, as I said, there's...
Oh, where's the rest? Yeah, that wasn't the point. You lied. The point is that you lied. Hold on. All right, look, here's him laughing, by the way. When people bring up Epstein, he thinks it's hilarious.
Is he hosting some kind of gathering of top advisors this evening to talk about how to respond to the Epstein?
Jerky is trending in the retard sphere.
Yeah. That question. I don't know of it, but including fake news, want to keep something like that going. But
he laughs every time they talk about Epstein.
Some kind of gathering of top advisors this evening to talk about how to respond to the Epstein situation.
I don't know. I could ask you that question.
he opens the doors, and there's a massage table in the middle.
This is him explaining that supposedly the one time he met Epstein.
Opens the doors, and there's a massage table in the middle of the room. And candles all around and stuff. So I ask very insightful, cutting questions. I say to him, massage table in the middle of your house? How often do you have a massage? And he says,
dude, if I was a billionaire, I would have a massage every other day. Maybe once a week. Because I like my massages rough. It takes a few days to recuperate from how rough I like my massages. If it's not painful, if you're not bruised, if you're not sore, you're not doing it right. That's my
every day
motto.
And then he like gets like weirdly close to me.
Ooh.
And he says, and the right kind of massage.
Ooh.
Now my wife is standing here. So she looks at me and I look at her and we say, I'm sorry.
I've always been a basketball guy. I've always had a lower back pain. I've always worked out. Massages are almost mandatory. Adam loves a good myofascial release. Very true. Been to the chiropractor a lot too.
We have to go.
Yeah, did he take his kids to the island before or after this? Probably after.
And we left. And in the 6 or 8 steps it takes to get from his house to my house, my wife and I decided that
He reminds me of Lucky Larry explaining what happened on 9/11 with this.
Comments have been raging against Bondi for months. She's not yet fired. Trump has burned his base on multiple fronts. This is a dangerous situation. They're keeping the plate spinning a little longer until the rug pull.
Flo asks, do you foam roll or use a ball? Yes, I actually do. Unlike my butt. I'll work out and do lower body. I'll do legs, and then my butt gets so super tight I have to.
will never be in the room with that disgusting person ever again.
Total
So
act.
I was never in the room with him.
And then I emailed him to come visit at the island with my whole family.
Socially?
Dude, if he's not, I should say if he's not fired, oh, we're so owned by the Jews. That's a stupid statement. We owned and he's probably not going to get fired. That's what I should actually say. Trigger point massage. Yeah, we got one of those trigger guns too. I've had for years.
For business or for even philanthropy. If that guy was there, I wasn't going because he's gross.
Dude, the fact that he can so confidently lie like this, he has to be fired immediately. Immediately. The fact that people are asking about Epstein and he's laughing, standing next to Trump.
And so I look back at it.
Bannon should be over. He should be over. Les Wexner should be They should all be investigated. None of it's going to happen, obviously, but I'm just saying what should happen and how much of a clown show it is. But hey, all the agents are in place spurging out about beef jerky. So they'll get away with it.
Yes.
He gave me a gift.
Yes.
Of a voice. And so, yeah,
So
that's
he
my
was-
story. A one and absolutely done.
I told the goy I'm one and done. That's funny. That's good.
I don't know of it, but including fake news.
Real hilarious.
Like that going, but credible.
He's also on video claiming Epstein's the biggest blackmailer like there is. Right?
Information.
Hosting some kind of gathering of top advisors this
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu en route to United States for his 6th meeting in Trump's 1 year in office. Never has a foreign leader visited the White House so many times. Greatest allies, greatest bros. Hey, it's all right. Ian Carroll told us that Trump secretly hates Netanyahu and that he's going to run a coup against him. QAnon said they're saving Israel for last.
הנה הוא יוצא. חבר'ה הוא יוצא. נראה לי. לא, זה מפתח. סליחה.
All right, we don't need to watch the plane walking. This is one of the files the Jews are sharing around. I wanted to get a look at this. We'll make a judgment. The war is about to pop off. Exactly. I forgot to mention that. It looks like Iran is about to pop off, and everybody is distracted by the kosher theater, the kosher distraction of all the kooky satanic panic stuff. While the destruction of Edom is escalating. All right, what does this say here? They say unsealed. Oh, yeah, it might look like one big scandal in the file that I saw is the Sultan of, was it Saudi Arabia or a Middle Eastern country? It talked about a torture video, and apparently these guys had connections with Khashoggi as well. They could have shared a torture video of Khashoggi. Is that what people are saying this is? Actually? But look, they're claiming this is... What does he say here? Newly unsealed docs show Israeli intelligence warned the U.S. that Epstein was trying to traffic minors through Israeli kibbutzim. Epstein, Maxwell. Only the Israelis raised a warning about Maxwell targeting teenage girls. When is this? This is 2020. That sounds like bullshit. It sounds like bullshit. All right. Now, Jerky-Gate. For 2 shows in a row, we have to talk about this stupid schizo jerky truster baiting conspiratard theory. You think Maxwell's going to get pardoned? She just pled the 5th. Do I remember this video? Prevalent as ever. Let's see. Yeah, smoking with Ian Carroll.
It's not going well for Israel in the public conversation. Like I can ratio just about anyone I want on Twitter over the Israel thing because the public sentiment is just shifting.
Dude, bro, I just post about Baal worshippers and like hang out with Roseanne and just like totally ratio everybody, man. The Jews run all the big tech algorithms, but I'm just like huge on every single platform and never been censored or suppressed ever in my life, bro. Because the real threat. Because I'm exposing the Baal Satan worshippers, man.
And it's not...
He's probably botted.
For anyone, for Jewish people or anyone else. And
Yo, dude, I was delivering pizzas last year, and now I'm on Tucker and Joe Rogan talking about Pizzagate.
I suspect that the powerful...
Totally not AstroTurf.
...are starting to scheme on how do we fucking get Netanyahu out of there and put someone in that can actually be... and move us towards some sort of...
Dude, Candace is like a really good investigator. She's really smart.
Just turning on Netanyahu.
All right, I can't do him right now. That's the turning on Netanyahu. I just mentioned that a second ago. But I've been having some back and forth with Owen Schroyer today. Had to do a little mogging on Owen Schroyer and the jerky kooks today. He says, it's just jerky, guys. This is 2 hours ago. I covered this in some of the other emails on the stream and showed how inconspicuous they are. Just wanted to touch base about the jerky. Epstein said he was going to start eating regular food again, so he might be eating less jerky. He has 6 bags of it in the downstairs freezer for his next trip. I believe it should be enough to get him through. Any other questions? So the dude's on a high jerky, high protein steak diet. And he says he's going to get off the eating jerky all the time diet. But he's still got a bunch of bags of it, buying it in bulk. Keeping it refrigerated so it lasts longer. Sounds like jerky to me. Oh, it's baby meat. He's on an all baby meat diet. And he's going to switch back to a regular non-baby diet soon. Okay, Owen. It is just jerky. It is just jerky. And do you have the integrity to admit it? That you're peddling goy slop conspiracies, Owen? Because look, here's another email. This is all, doesn't know what kind of meat he was using for the jerky. Because like there's different cut. They're like, what does he mean? What kind of meat? Is it baby meat? No, there's different cuts of beef. There's bison meat. There's Wagyu meat. There's grass-fed meat. There's different cuts of meat. Swindler's List. Don't give me susses. Sus as fuck, dude. Dude, jerky's pretty sus, man. Come on, Swindler's List. We're going to play the clips of the high-end, trendy eatery.
Why do you use the term Yahweh more often than Hashem for the Jewish God?
I use both.
Use the term Hashem do much more often than Yahweh.
Yeah, but when I'm talking about Christians, I'll use Yahweh a lot. Okay. So he said, what is this? This couldn't be jerky. Is that why they got jerky recipes? How to make 2 pounds of jerky. I'm going to have to steal this recipe. This is going to be my recipe for my Epstein jerky business. Organic soy sauce, some other sauce, ginger lemongrass. Fresh cut lemongrass. Yum. Sounds good. Oh, it must be code. None of that's jerky. Here's the...
Today I'm coming to you from...
Oh, so they're all like, cannibal. Look, it says cannibal in there. Here it is. Look. Francis has to come to show me how to make the jerky. Jerky class, anyone? Hey, we're going to make homemade jerky. He'll bring you a taste of his new jerky recipe from the restaurant. The restaurant is called Cannibal and Cooks. Beef jerky and steak. Hey, a chef from a New York City steakhouse is going to come and make beef jerky for the billionaires. Oh, this is all code. It's a baby orgy. They're eating babies. Roseanne said so. Rabbi Roseanne said so on Tucker. So here's the business. Oh, hold on, a little bit more too. So there's the recipe. Hey, why is Adam covering up for the baby eaters? Why is Adam defending that pedo baby eater Satanist ball worshiper Epstein? Hold on, what is this one? 6 ounces, send it off. Probably to a nutrition place. Ate the jerky. Okay, hold on. That's kind of irrelevant. What am I trying to look for here? Oh, so the Murray Hill meat destination, the Cannibal, has closed. Look, this is a pig head. It's a head-to-toe place. That's why they called it Cannibal, which is not a bad name for a meat place. Carnivore was taken. They're like, pretty sus, Cannibal. Hey, maybe it's not just like a joke name for a restaurant. Maybe that means it's really eating people. Hey, dude, I saw Rabbi Finkelstein. Hold on. Thank you, Gary. There's an email confirming he was lab testing it for nutritional value. Exactly. You take 8 ounces, you send it to the lab. They break it down, and then they tell you the nutrition values so you can make a label and sell it in stores. Exactly. Oops. Look, here's the Cannibal restaurant.
Today I'm coming to you from the Cannibal in New York City. Chef Francis Derby is particularly known for fabulous nose-to-tail cooking and expert butchery. Chef Tin has...
Dude, those are babies!
Fine dining restaurants primarily...
Dude, send in the Q-tards and check if that's baby meat.
Focusing on tasting menu cuisine, and they collaborated on a dish they call sunchoke and sunflower tartare.
Pretty sus. Dude, I want to eat here. I wish they were in business still.
Collaboration. Any opportunity for me to have another chef in house, that collaboration kind of charges everybody up. Everybody gets a little excited.
Guys, restaurants try to use interesting, catchy, shocking, attention-grabbing names for things. Come on. You never heard businesses trying to come up with like clever, interesting names? Give me a fucking break. Jake Shields made a joke about like the other restaurant he wanted to open was like Baby Goy Meat something. Just like, come on.
Excited about it. Fran and I have known each other for years. What Tin brings is very strong French technique, really intense Asian flavors. For me, it's always
and really fresh baby meat.
ingredient first and making it as simple but
yeah, edgy names.
My food's a little bit more subtle. That's the way we play off of each other, especially for what we were trying to do for this dinner.
All right, we get the point. Trendy restaurant. Gone through about 70 pounds of steak for beef jerky in the last 2 weeks. No joke. Dude, they're just all eating the bomb-ass jerky. You think that these people are just having a buffet of just gorging themselves with baby meat? Or do they just billionaires eating some high-quality, expensive-ass steak? Beef jerky. Look, Jake Shields says the owner of the restaurant was a part of at least 4 different organizations.
Spent $5 on Rumble. Proving that Islam is fake is as important if not more than Christianity is fake. Do you know anyone doing something similar to for Islam?
Well, I did a show on it, and the Jesus deception includes Islam in the Jesus deception. So, look, here's another one for this place. Hey, is that a human bone? Hey, Trump and the White Hats need to go save, Mike Flynn needs to go check out if that's a human bone. I mean, it's called cannibal. How do we know it's not a human bone? Dude, this is Jerky. They're citing Jerky and Ball bank account as proof that they're all Satanists and Satanists run the world. Come on. This is trash. But I saw Rabbi Finkelstein say that McDonald's is Goyim baby meat. The fake rabbi with the Christian identity kook video said it. I had some sausages like that in, forgot blood sausages. Goyim blood? Passover blood? Steak tartare. I like steak tartare. It's expensive though. Yeah, naming a cannibal restaurant the Cannibal would be a little bit on the nose. Hiding in plain sight. When they tell you who they are, believe them.
Dare Eat 'em sent $5 at him. Let's review Dugensberg out as Stia suggested. Facts and truth don't matter for Zog at this point. Only forming the dominant narrative. Once Iran war kicks off, the feds can quickly consolidate control.
No, we're dunking on the jerky kooks. Owen Schroyer, you want to have a jerky bit debate? You want to have a jerk off, Owen Schroyer? You trying to jerk me around with this jerky business? Me and Owen Schroyer are going to have a jerk off debate about Jerky-Gate.
센트 10달러즈 캔 아이겟 5000 핫독 듀이드렛 비프 저키 슈던트 왜 겟소매 푸파드랭크 투 아쉬 올다운 올 프리즈 김종운 올 피어러스 리더.
Yeah, right. Blood sausage, not very kosher. Unless it's foreskin blood. Oh, dude, that's not just like regular sausages, bro. That's baby meat. Dude, they all worship the devil because I saw it said cannibal. Look at these devil worshipers. Funny how none of the conspiracy kooks and grifters thought to just go on YouTube and search the Cannibal Restaurant, New York, and see if it's a real place, see if it looks legit. Come on. Come on. Look at this. Yeah, it is just beef jerky. You guys are retarded. Look, he says, oh, and I'm sure grape soda and pizza is just grape soda and pizza. Well, actually, if this is real, look at what somebody showed me today. Oh, looks like they actually are. Couldn't wait to meet up for pizza. There's your pizza and grape drink. I hope that's real. So look at this. I played the clip of Rabbi Roseanne with Leonardo, where she says she doesn't care that she believes in Jesus or they disagree about the Messiah because it's all Jewish anyway. And Leonardo laughs it off.
As being something that disagrees with Judaism.
Well, they do disagree in terms of their doctrine on Christ, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't...
But in terms of morality?
That doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Because I think that's very Jewish because he was very Jewish. So to me, it's like view.
Yeah.
She doesn't care that you believe in Jesus because you believe in Jewish prophecies and a Jewish Messiah, and Jesus was Jewish. Leonardo, like I've been saying.
Insulgator sent $5 on Rumble. People that are pushing the jerky conspiracy are either new to this realm or just shilling for views. Pro tip. If you're new here, stay withing logic and reason. You'll never be a flat earther.
Definitely not.
And he taught Jude.
So I said mogged. Owen Schroyer responds. Thanks for stopping by, Owen. He says mogged. This is their idea of proof of the elite eating babies. Is this lunatic, mentally ill, autistic Roseanne, who's constantly drunk and high everywhere she goes, who's a Zionist rabbi, who's blaming Babylonians and Khazarians and all of the kookiest stuff out there, and you're going to cite her as your proof? This is the best you got?
You know they eat babies. That is not bullshit.
Yeah, and this lady that believes in QAnon, and every kooky and Moshiach, she's waiting on Moshiach. Dude, Owen mogged me with Roseanne. I in my Jerky-Gate jerk-off debate with me and Owen, he'll be like, dude, but Roseanne said on Tucker, drop mic, demons are real. Tucker got attacked by one in his bed and he woke up and read the Bible. Mic drop.
Human flesh and they drink. It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full-on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm...
And they're pagan Babylonian. They're not Jews. And they're occultic she says occultic Nazis run the world, and they're secret Babylonians, and they're child sacrificers, and they worship Baal, and then we all gotta worship Hashem and Moshiach. And Owen's like, mogged. Roseanne mogged you, bro.
Crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full-on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh and they drink human blood. They do, Tucker. Stop.
Funny how she never names any names because she would be sued into homelessness. She's just bullshitting, making it up. Just like the fake crypto account that was pretending to be Epstein's girlfriend said they're all sacrificing babies and worshiping the devil. And they're like, haha, trolled you. You're all gullible, dumb goyim idiots. Or this fake Epstein's niece that says, oh, they secretly told me behind closed doors that they worship Baal. Everything you guys have is so obviously fake. They go, there is babies being eaten. Look at the one with Bush and the poop and the mutilating babies from the kook that called the schizo that gave a tip to the FBI. Like, dude, are you retarded? Are you a liar or are you just retarded? You think that's credible?
Staring at me like that.
You're freaking me out, man. Because you spent your life...
Owen Schroyer's like, Roseanne's based and Adam Green's a pagan psyop. He doesn't actually say that, but I'm just saying, like, dude, you fucking think Roseanne's where it's at? I don't know what I'm talking about, but Roseanne does. Come on.
In the entertainment business, so I think you have some authority on this.
Nameless, faceless baby eaters, right?
I was in mental institutions with over the years.
Great source you got there, Owen. Hey, the mentally ill Zionist alcoholic grandma says they eat babies, dude. What other more proof do you need?
They are all from those cults, and they've covered it all up. They covered it all up, and I just pray to God. I'm just going to pray to God that He opens everybody's eyes in this country. By the time we go in to vote for Trump, that He will open up everybody's eyes and they will stop pretending to be
Trump's surrounded by these Epstein people. Oh, yeah, trust the plan. The White House Trump.
You know what they say? You can't wake people up that are
All right, that's enough of that. Oh, and like I say, funny, RT will push all this stuff. Dugan will push all this stuff. All the big Putin fanboys will push this stuff. And I'll say, dude, it's Russia's clearly pushing this. And they go, why are you blaming stuff on Russia? Why are you talking about Russia? Russia's mentioned all over the Epstein documents. And they're like, nothing to do with Russia. We covered this. We covered this video yesterday. Alex Jones is blowing this up too. Look, did we listen? It says, "Did we analyze the jerky?" He goes, "Who analyzes jerky? Hey, somebody walked the jerky over? Yeah, you've never heard that term? Walking something over?
Truth sent $5. Do Jews sacrifice foreskins to Yahweh? Do Jews sacrifice
They cut them off.
Do Jews drink penis blood? Do Christians pretend to eat
I don't think they drink it.
I don't think it's too far off. Yes, I want to see the Onan debate.
Well, you got a point about all the blood magic and the rituals with the sacrifices, but that's a big leap to say that they're eating babies today. And no, I don't think they drink the foreskin blood. That is a form, it's like a lesser sacrifice. They used to just sacrifice the kids. Now they just chop off the foreskin. And instead, it's like the binding of Isaac when God tested Abraham to sacrifice Isaac to test his faith, and then instead he replaced it with the animal. That was like their symbolic way of saying there's not going to be any more child sacrifice religions. We're going to worship Yahweh and not these other pagan foreign idol gods. That's what Yahweh is. So, but I mean, it is a religion of blood magic.
Hope you are feeling better. Did we analyze the jerky? Why didn't we get jerky this week? I also added more to the jerky.
Okay. So RT is pushing jerky is child meat. And I say, RT and Russia propagandists are pushing this. And they go, what are you talking about, Adam? Why are you always talking about Russia? It's like, bro, I'm right. I'm clearly right. RT is promoting Nick talking about this. Let's see this.
And so here is the call to action. We have to insist that all the information gets out there. Only then can we make a judgment. Now, to that end, Thomas Massey and others are saying we need all the files. You are not following through on your obligations. The Epstein Transparency Act says you need to.
Yeah, and it's dumb that they'd be drinking like baby Christian Goyim blood. They think Christian Gentiles are impure and unkosher. And there's a prohibition against drinking blood in Judaism. That's why they don't want to be Christians, because they drink blood. One of the reasons.
Declassify everything, all the files, all the information in the files. What's more, they have looked at the unredacted files in the supervised setting, and they found that actually when you look through them, you'll find there are people named in the files that probably should be investigated. So what do you do with this information? Well, then you push the DOJ to prosecute those people. We should be looking into Howard Lutnick. We should be looking into Les Wexner. We should be looking into Steve Bannon.
Nope, too busy talking about Jerky-Gate. Too busy talking about child sacrifice and Baal worshipers. Sorry.
And I like Bannon. I've said it before. I like the guy. I like what he's been saying.
Hey, Owen, you want to talk about Mogged? How come Alex Jones is so close with Bannon all of a sudden, and Bannon was so close to Epstein? Something going on there?
But he's named in there an awful lot. If he's innocent, well, let that come out in the investigation.
He was trying to rehabilitate his image?
We need to look into all these people. Donald Trump, Ronald Lauder, Leon Black. All of these people need to be fully investigated. There's enough there for a warrant. You're hanging out with a convicted sex trafficker. You're hanging out with somebody who was involved in some shady stuff. And by the way, these were all people that were hanging out with Epstein after he was initially charged and convicted. Leon Black was his money man after Epstein got out of prison. Ronald Lauder was helping him. You have pressure. Now we can, and Congress, and they have the money to actually, and the obligation to.
I thought he said that they're satanic, cannibalistic vampires. Did he say that? Did I miss that?
Convicted. All of them need to be investigated. No, you need to take what you have, pressure the DOJ to then, case closed, they're satanic, cannibalistic vampires. No, you need to take what you have. Use that.
Okay, so he's not saying that they're satanic cannibalistic vampires. He's saying that's the distraction that's running cover for what they're actually doing. Okay. RT misrepresented that a little bit. Let's go. Of course, a good way to know Jerky-Gate is a psyop. It's being pumped by Dugan, all the normal kosher kooks and gatekeepers. Alex Jones is pushing the, we must redact all the names in the Jerky files. Jerky-Gate will sink the deep state for good. Yeah, let's see how this one ages. Let's see how Jerky-Gate is going to bring down the deep state and the globalist. The New World Order is going down because of these Jerky files. Yeah.
Demanding all the files be released on the legislation passage.
We need to demand the Jerky-Gate. They're eating children, ladies and gentlemen. We got Rabbi Roseanne here to tell us about how they're all eating babies.
I'm going to lay something on you massive right now.
They're all worshiping the devil, and we got to believe in Rabbi Jesus to fix it.
Bring down the deep state even.
They're worshiping Baal. Oh, it's in his bank account. Red Pill bot. Fake Russian bot, Illuminati bot. These are all fucking fake bot accounts, dude. His bank account is named Baal. Dude, how stupid do you think everybody is? This is a translation error from the scanner that says bank name. The bank account name is One Clear Lake Center, not Baal. That's bank name. There's other files where it says properly bank name, not Baal name. Bank name, Wachovia Bank. Routing number, account name, One Clear Lake. Why is this idiot saying the account name is Baal? This has been debunked for like a week and a half now, and these fake bot accounts are still pumping it. They're all sharing it as if it's a fucking fact. I don't think these people are lazy, although I think they're liars. I think they're intentionally lying and grifting and pushing this kosher narrative. They're poisoning the wells.
Even faster. Now, Congressman Massey from Kentucky seems like a really good guy. And he's been...
They're all promoting the lie about, oh, he's got all these big barrels of acid. He's burning all the baby bodies in the barrels of acid. It's a huge order from a desalination company that does desalination for islands and reverse osmosis probes and machines. So easy to debunk. Such simple, basic Occam's razor's explanation, and these guys ignore that, do no due diligence, do no fact checking, and jump straight to cortisol. They jump straight to satanic baby eaters. The Bible is real. You're covering for Epstein. No.
Demanding all the files be released on the legislation passed. That's great. But MTG over the weekend said that when he goes in to the DOJ to look at the unredacted files, as they're already doing, he needs to search everything that says beef jerky, or pizza, because that's all the pedophilia. It's all right there. Cannibalism, draining blood, all of it.
It's all right there, ladies and gentlemen. It's all true. They're not eating regular beef jerky, ladies and gentlemen. But billionaires don't eat food. Billionaires don't eat jerky like other people. They just... It's all satanic. It's all fair. I've got the documents. We're totally vindicated on everything. Pizzagate, QAnon, Donald Trump, Jesus. It's all vindicated. I'm just calling balls and strikes, folks.
I guard all of it. I've covered it for decades. I've been totally vindicated.
Totally vindicated. I've been covering it forever.
But I'm not.
I've been lying. I lied back then. I'm still lying today. Make it up. I'm just wrong again. Bullshit. Everything. It's not Jews, ladies and gentlemen. It's devil worshippers. It's interdimensional, reptilian, clockwork elves. Joe Rogan takes DMT and he's ladies and gentlemen, it's all real.
Hearing the Democrats or the Republicans that are exposing this, bringing up the proof. Says like Howard Lutnick lived next door. Maybe he's guilty. I don't know, but that's nothing. Okay,
That's nothing! I want the baby eaters. Forget about Lutnick, forget about Bannon. It's all about the satanic Luciferian Baal baby eaters. That's what we should focus on, ladies and gentlemen. Do you not see the cover-up job that's going on here? Fuck you, Jones. Oh, the career PSYOP gatekeeper guy. Oh, I'm sure he's right. Adam Green's wrong. Yeah, okay. Okay.
This to come out. You understand? So, if the public goes and searches jerky, beef jerky, pizza, or buy baby, I mean, you see it all. It's there. It's unbelievable. But there's no discussion about that. They'll talk about.
Because it's retarded. Any serious person's going to go look into this and know that you're just fucking retarded or a liar and a lying conspiraslop grifter disinfo agent. That's what's going to happen.
The DOJ's cover-up is definitely...
Yeah, Owen's mentor, huh?
It's ongoing with the Democrats. It's bipartisan. But now the Democrats want it all out. Great. So, Massey, release the jerky files. This is Jerky-Gate, Pizzagate, whatever you want to call it. They call it Jerky-Gate because they've already pre-programmed the pizza's not real because they knew it was and attacked me when I was first exposed to it 10 years ago. So this is massive. And I'm telling you, if we have a limited hangout where the Democrats...
You're the limited hangout. Oh, the Democrats. It's the Democrats, ladies and gentlemen. The Republicans are the party of God. The party of Israel.
Or where Massey or others don't go into the stuff that's already there, the proof. Todd Blanche last week, oh no, there's no evidence of any men abusing anybody. We'd have done something about it. Bullshit.
Epstein was eating beef jerky, and that's clearly babies.
So, this new information is crazier than I even thought it would be. It is bombshell, and we have the globalist ass. The intelligence agencies are using all this. So, release the Jerky-Gate files.
Oh my God.
Massey, it's up to you. You can go in and read it. Go search it, read it in Congress, release it on your website. The ball's in your court now. You're in the position Trump's been in, and the DOJ covering up. Don't cover it up. I'm not saying you are, but the clock's ticking now.
Jones is such a fucking psyop.
Now, Massey.
Yeah, Pizzagate was the precursor to QAnon psyop and getting Trump in, and now we're right where we are, and they're still doubling down with all this bullshit. 14,000 likes. By the way. Hey, my post exposing the ingredients, the emails where it's clearly talking about jerky, the only one that apparently looked on YouTube for Cannibal Restaurant and found the videos that it's just some normal meat steakhouse restaurant. But none of the big influencers that are already on the Russia controlled op lists all pushing it. This is the other one that RT is again promoting. And remember, RT is doing the Duganist Kabbalist narrative that the West is all satanic, Luciferian pedophiles, and they're antichrist and demonic. Right? All the time. But this is one a lot of people have been sharing. It says, this woman, UAE's diplomat, to Epstein, she says, kisses, are you in town? My sister is here. I've told her so much about you. I want her to meet you. Let me know when. Any day until Sunday. Would you like to come to lunch or on Saturday with her? Hi, already in discussions with this thing time. I'm so to introduce you to my sister. She is even prettier than me.
Jones is pushing it. I guess this Jerky-Gate nonsense is serious.
Yeah.
Sorry, Adam.
Yeah. So everybody's saying that this is a 13-year-old girl. I don't see anything in here about a 13-year-old girl. How do you know how old her sister is? They looked up a sister or did research, or are they just like pulling this out of their ass? I don't see what's so scandalous about this. Is it just because they're trying to get this UAE girl fired? Like, this is the one that looks really bad. This definitely needs to be explained and looked more into. The torture video. So, you know, people say lots of things. Like, I could say, my wife's torturing me. My wife's on her period. She's really been torturing me today. Does that mean really torturing?
Congrats himself and being right about Epstein being satanic Nazis now. Clown face emoji. I think there's loads of bait going around, where people play into a stereotype just for Christ cucks to pray harder, rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Yeah, that's all it does, William, is there's no evidence for Jesus, so they have to manufacture and fabricate all this delusional conspiratard shit to say, look at the Satanists everywhere. Jesus must be real because, look, it looks like a pentagram at the Olympics in this ball thing that's based on, what was it, something Leonardo da Vinci knots. But, oh, they did, so Massey got this guy's name unredacted, and it's the Sultan CEO of DP World, a Dubai company. And this was the one. It says, "Where are you? Are you okay? I love the torture video." Epstein said to this guy, "Is this the Khashoggi torture video?" Wasn't that, is my memory serving correctly, that they filmed the Khashoggi murder? I love the torture video. Like, that looks really bad. Hey, Tyson, he says, when are we doing our stream? I don't know, dude. Let's get in DMs and figure out a time. I'm down. Book is out. I'm ready for collabs. Have you been watching? Are you seeing how all these lying conspiratard grifters and kosher Christian conspiracies, are you seeing how it's working here, Tyson? I hope you've been watching for a bit. They're lying about the ball bank account. They're lying about the barrels of acid, which is clearly for the reverse osmosis and the island water treatment. They're lying about Jerky-Gate. It's all the usual suspect shills pushing this. It's being pushed by RT and the Duganist and Rabbi Roseanne. I hope it's becoming clear what's going on here. But torture video, I suppose we need an explanation. Are they like, see what this is about? Because I do not think it's beyond reasonable to think that they're sharing around torture videos. Torturing maybe not even torturing a child or something, but like just torturing some prisoner or some Hamas somebody or something, or it's just using torture like in a like hyperbole. Yeah, they're lying about all this and they're lying about Jesus. They lied about Trump, and I've been wrong about all of it. I've been right about all of it. Sorry. This is the other one that they're all kvetching about. They really are pearl clutching about this one. Look, it's the same red pill bot. Unknown, Anon, Russia, Chabad bot. But anyway, they're really mad about this. So this is Epstein to somebody said, this girl said that she felt God's presence next to her when she was in bed. She knows that Jesus watches over her and he helped save her life. Whoops. And then Jeffrey responds to Jeffrey from this other person, says, you should dress up as him when you see her. They're trying to claim that because he says whoops here, this means, so they're all taking that and twisting this into Epstein dressed like Jesus and raped and murdered a young girl. That's what I saw that Christian Jewish girl, Ariel, I think her name is, share. That's what she said from that. Dressing up as Jesus to rape a girl because she said Jesus made her feel safe and they wanted to torture her more. First of all, the guy said you should dress up as Jesus when you see her. This is a joke. This is a joke. There's no telling that he did that at all. So he's hooking up with some girl. We don't know how old. It's redacted. She says she believes that Jesus watches over her like every Christian says. Jesus helped save her life like every Christian says. Whoops does not mean she's dead because when you see her, it means he's going to see her again. They're exaggerating this and blowing this up into that he raped her dressed as Jesus and then murdered her. If this is the best smoking guns and email files that they got, this is the best that they're showing you, And they go, there's hundreds more. Just imagine how much stupider all the rest are. Saying you should dress up as him when you see her. Dress up as Jesus because his girlfriend likes Jesus. Oh my God, it's so satanic. Oh, they hate Christians so much. Morgan Ariel said it's proof that they murdered a Christian girl.
I sent $5 on Rumble. Funny they need all these code words but not when it comes to naming a cannibal restaurant. Such low IQ slop.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to go to Morgan Ariel's page to show you guys how these Christians. Ariel. Let's go. This new Christ grifter. The single mom Christ grifter. Here it is. 22,000 likes. Look. They murdered a little Christian girl and then mocked her love for Jesus Christ. This is who rules over us. I want them to suffer for all eternity. There's nothing here about murder or rape or that he even did dress up as Jesus. And she's definitely not dead because he says, when you see her again, you'll dress up like Jesus. Dress up like Jesus and get in bed and have sex with her because she believes in Jesus. Ha ha. That's the joke. That's all it is. Stop pearl clutching and making shit up. You guys are frauds. Total frauds. You guys don't care about the facts at all. 22,000 likes. Nothing in that says anything about murdering a little girl. What are you talking about? They're like, it's in the files. They're eating babies and worshiping Baal and killing little Christian girls. Just they're dissolving all the bones in the acid. Just lie after lie after lie. The niece, the girlfriend said that they're worshiping Satan. Lie. Illuminati bot lying again. Look at this. 6,000 likes. Says, question to Ben Carson, which actions by Hillary Clinton do you think are the most satanic? And he says, her willingness to kill innocent babies. 6,000 likes. He's talking about abortion.
Which actions by Hillary Clinton do you think are the most satanic?
Which what?
Which actions by Hillary Clinton you think are the most satanic?
The willingness to kill babies, innocent babies.
What do you think about what happened in Syria with her finance?
So, abortion. That's what he means there. It's crazy work lying like this. These guys lie with no shame at all. They do not care. They'll just they'll just go to confession and pray to Jesus for forgiveness. They feel justified in lying and making up satanic panic bullshit because it leads and scares people to Jesus. They think it's justified. Another trad cat Christian e-girl that all the stupid simp incels fall for. 21,000 likes. So stupid. Look, Red Pill Bot. Epstein email exchange where they talk about a little girl praying. Who says anything about a little girl? It does not say little girl. Little girl praying in bed about Jesus saving her life. They are demons. Every Christian you talk to says Jesus saved their life. Nietzsche called Christians the ultimate ratio of the lie. They are full-time pathological liars. $12,000 likes. How are we even functioning? This baby. Now it's a baby. This baby prayed for Jesus to save her as she was being raped. And they dressed up as Jesus to rape her again. These people are fucking demonic. Patriot Blonde. I'm sure that's a legit. Wow. Dude, Jake Shield says, the owner of the restaurant was part of at least 4 different Jewish organizations. I hear his next restaurant was going to be called We Eat Your Goy Children. That's kind of funny, actually. We Eat Your Goy Children. But Dude, no way. Jew connected to Jewish organizations? Oh my God. To go from that to like is a giant leap to, well, that means that he's secretly eating babies. Come on, dude. Come on, Jake. Let's see the comments here. They're all going to be saying, Adams, dude, it's beef jerky. And yes, it freezes when it's not okay. Look, is Adams seriously running cover for satanic Ziopedos? This is what they do. They make up the stupidest shit that's discrediting and obviously fake. You call out their lies and point out how it's kosher and it's actually covering for what they're doing. And then, so if you don't go along with every kooky thing some idiot online says, they say you're covering for it. Oh, I missed a call. My wife. All right, we're about done here, though. Look at this. I told you I did another man on the street. I was asking people about the satanic panic. Do Satanists run the world? Are they drinking baby blood? Are they doing ritual sacrifices? Do you believe in angels and demons? Do you believe the Bible's real? Questions about Jesus. This was the first girl I ran into, a literal goth satanic temple girl. Look at this. Do you think Satanists run the world?
Yeah, we do.
We do. She thought that was so funny. She goes on to say, though, do you think Satanists run the world? You guys, we do. Do you think So that's a little clickbaity and out of context, because she goes on to explain that she's actually doesn't worship Satan, doesn't think of Satan, but she's like, yeah, they support rights so people could have pro-choice. That's what she said after that. There you go. They run the world. I'm convinced. Goth girl says it. And then she says she actually likes Jesus too later on. Adam with street interview with Reddit. Yeah, totally. Anyway, that's just a little sneak preview. Nobody seemed to even care. I thought you guys liked the man on the streets, but anyway. Oh, damn. No, not even close to the goal today. How unfortunate. Womp womp.
What an idiot.
What am I even doing? Maybe I should just say Christ is King and...
Oh, what a loser!
Everybody's too busy watching Ian Carroll and Candace Owens and Alex Jones learning about the baby eaters and the secret Satanists and Roseanne. Should have got a wrist check. Oh, to see if she sliced her wrists. No, she was a nice girl. She said she's into goth music. That her husband was goth. Anyway, appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Clip the show. Share the link. Buy the book. Description below. Subscribe star. Link below. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. I might take a day off. We'll see. I might have to take a detox, cortisol detox day from all these idiots on the internet before I drown. Before I'm drowned out by all the low IQ conspiratards and truthster baiters. We're overrun by morons and schizos and autists and lying grifting charlatans and Jew worshippers. Swindler's List says he wants to apologize for buying into the jerky theory. Oh, I'm just glad I convinced you. Let it be a lesson that no more news is always right. Swindler's List. All right, you guys have a nice night, nice day, and I will see you guys soon. Take care. Oh, Trump is meeting with Netanyahu tomorrow. We'll cover that tomorrow then, Jack Stone. And stay tuned for the full street interviews. I don't think I'm going to cover the jerky bullshit again, by the way, just to warn you guys. We can't be distracted by this too much, but I just have to point out these kosher psyops. Go to the gym and eat some beef jerky. Eat some grass-fed kosher beef jerky from Epstein Island Jerky. Jerky Co. Jerky Goy's Jerky. 100% pure virgin Goya meat. Christian baby jerky meat. Jerky Co. Thank you, Alabama. Hey, Fell for It Again award. Wrong Again award. Common L. Every single time. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, if we expose the Jerky Files, the New World Order globalists are going down.